Okay guys, a very warm welcome back to the channel. Today we're going out on a ride into Castilla la Mancha, which is the next region up from Murcia, heading inland towards Madrid. A mountainous region that heads high up into the mountains, beautiful scenery, and 4 bikes in this current adventure that we're going on, or this tour we're going on today. I'm leading the tour. We've got 3 other couples with us. We're all pillion, so 4 bikes, 4 pillion passengers. My wife's on the back of mine. Very good friends of ours, Stuart, he's got his wife Sue on the back, and Gail on the BMW with Steve piloting it, so she's pillion on the back of that one, and Simon on his 850 Triumph with Kim on the back of that one. So Triumph Tiger 850. We've got a 30-year-old bike that Stu's riding. His normal bike is an SM50 Royal Enfield SM650 Super Meter 650, and he's had a Tiger 900 for 30 years. Well, he's not had it for 30 years, but it's 30-year-old. He's had it for a good amount of time, I believe about 18 years, and he's on that today. So we're heading up into Castilla la Mancha to a place called Riopar. Riopar is quite high in the mountains. There's still a bit of snow up on the peaks at the top up here, and we're heading at the moment up this particular road into a place called Old Riopar, and it was the old castle and old church village prior to the new Riopar, which is further down in the valley. Now this particular area of Castilla la Mancha is pretty much biking heaven, guys. The roads are wide, they're smooth, they're sweeping, there's lots of bends, lots of switchbacks, and you can guarantee if you come up on this route you're going to encounter hundreds and hundreds of bikes, probably 200-300 bikes if not more in a day. We were hoping to get lunch in Riopar. We stopped in Elche de la Segura on the way up, and had Almuerzo, which is morning lunch. That was about 11 o'clock, and now we're heading up into Old Riopar. Old Riopar has been almost made like a stay-over village, if you like. It's been repaired from the original village it was into a really sort of upmarket place to stay where you can rent somewhere outside the existing village that's further down. And we'll get up here and have a quick walk around and do a few scenic shots, and let you briefly see what the vistas are and the views are up here. Very high up, heading towards 2,000 kilometers, 2,000 meters, 2,000 kilometers, 2,000 meters, guys. Still snow on the mountains, like I say. Currently about 16 to 18 degrees. When we left Murcia down on the lower levels, it was heading towards 24 today, so a bit cooler, but a stunning spring day up here in Castilla la Mancha in the mountains. And looking around, I think everybody's had the same idea as we have, to come up here and get a ride out. The bikes and the camaraderie of the bikes as you pass them on the roads coming up here is superb. Everybody lets on, everybody gives you the 2-finger biker symbol, 2 wheels down symbol, and it's just a great buzz of a feeling, guys. So like I say, about in total maybe a 280-mile round trip. Saddle time, you're looking at maybe 4 hours saddle time due to the severe bends and restrictions on the road. There are the odd few guys, younger guys, going a lot faster than we are. I mean, if we weren't in a group we could probably scoot along a bit faster, but there are some severe switchbacks. The road surfaces are amazingly good and very confidence inspiring, especially on these Pirelli tyres I've got on the Voge 900 DSX, and it's just stunning scenery, guys. There's nothing like this anywhere that you can ride. This particular part of Spain and going down towards Andalusia, Granada and over the tops is absolutely stunning, but this particular ride that we're on is one that previously mentioned that was in Ride magazine, and it's just stunning. It's just totally dominated all the cafes, all the cafe bars by bikers and people on mountain bikes, people enjoying the scenery, getting out into big wide open expanse that is this part of southern Spain. So yeah, fantastic day. You see the guy that's just gone past. There are guys that are going to cane it along here, especially if you're not got a pillion on the back that's digging you the ribs, i.e. my wife on the back. Obviously she knows what I'm saying about her, but you have to slow down as you get on in years. We've all done the crazy stuff where we've caned our bikes. We've had the super sports, and we've in times gone by we've caned them around these bends. But even on this Voge 900 DSX on the right back, we've scraped the side stand, not the side stand, the top stand a couple of times, and we've tucked it quite tight into bends, and we've got quite far over, but we have bottomed out a couple of times. It was not scary, but it causes you a bit of distraction. You can feel the scraping of the top stand on the tarmac, but all in all it's been a good ride. So I'll shut up for a while. I'll let you enjoy some of the scenery, some of the bends and some of the sweeping bends. If you look on my Carpia ride on the screen centre, you'll see some of the bends that are coming up, and it's a really good thing to have if you're going to ride a road that you don't know, because when you've got the outlay of the road ahead of you coming ahead, it gives you an awful lot of confidence to see what sort of bend you're going to be hitting, whether it's a complete switchback, a 90-degree bend or whatever. But a lot of our roads in southern Spain, we get mileage warnings for the bends. Now as you come up to the bend, the specific speed on this stretch of road, most non-motorway roads in Spain, the national speed limit is 90 kilometers per hour. You're looking at 90 kilometers around, being about 90, about just touching 56, 58 miles per hour. So similar to the 100 kilometers per hour or 90 kilometers per hour would be similar to the national speed limit in the UK, which would be your 60 miles an hour, which would be your black sign with the chevron black marking through it. So our alternative to that, or the one you will find throughout Europe, will be a 90 generally. That said, most people will exceed that slightly. You've got a slight bit of leeway, not much, before you get a ticket in Spain. I believe it's around 7%, nothing like the 10% you get in the UK. So 100 kph, they'll let you go to 107. If you're 105, 106, you've probably got a warning through the post, but you won't get a ticket or a fine. So generally, the roads as you're riding along, you'll see as you come out of a 90 zone, a 90 kilometer per hour zone, you'll often see as you come up to bends 60, 30, 40, 50, and once you get used to these different signs as you come to bends, they will give you a real good inkling of what the bend is like, how severe the curve on the bend is. If you're coming into a bend and you see a 30 coming into the bend, you know it's going to be a real bad switchback. A 50, you can stay in fourth, third, fourth. When you see the 30 sign, you really need to be going down the box and downshifting. The reason you need to do that, guys, is that when you hit a severe bend, if it's an adverse camber, you need enough torque when you're on the bend, especially on this Voge 900 DSX, to power out of the bend. Now the 900 DSX, it's quite strange how well it turns into the bends. In fact, it turns into the bends a little too well. So if you're going into a bend and you're underpowered into the bend, it will turn in, the stats are dropping really, really quickly. The only way to get out of that dropping in the bend is to apply a bit of power, and to do that you need to be in the right gear ratio. So second, third, fourth, or whatever the bend requires you're in. But you need enough power to power you out of the bend without it dropping too deeply in the bend, and it's a thing that the 900 DSX is pretty much known for. They will drop in quite quick and drop into a bend too sharp if you're not got the power to power out the bend and give you a better power to keep going. So at this point I'm probably going to stop waffling and let you see some of the sights. You can see the picture on the screen at the moment is a video of Old Riopar, high up in the mountains where we all had lunch, and we're back on the road. There's some random bits put in this video through the video. It's been edited fairly quickly on the fly, just to give you some inkling of the landscape in southern Spain and what you can expect if you come over and stay with us and we take you out on tours around this region. Whether it's on your own bike or you hire a bike, we've got accommodation. This particular place, Riopar, is an absolutely stunning place to visit. The roads going up there are amazing. There's a good couple of hotels within the village and a good bit of local nightlife that's unusual in its village type way, in as much as it's very colloquial. It's great fun. There's some great restaurants. It's a real good place to stop over. There's a spa hotel in Riopar that's really quirky. I always describe it to friends as the Basil Fawlty Hotel. It's stuck in a time warp. It's very 70s orientated, very clean, but it's a bit dated and a bit old-fashioned. Some great bars within the village and the town to enjoy a bit of nightlife. And if you ever do the Dragon route, which is recommended in Ride magazine around this area, it's a 4-hour circuit without stop, so 4 hours plus lunch, morning break and maybe an afternoon stop. You're looking at a 6-hour circuit to do the circuit. Stunning riding country. Within Riopar itself there is a national park. You can pay to get in there. It's a bit off piste, so you are a bit off road, but it's very accessible to any type of bike. If you want to go in there, you pay an entrance fee to go in, you park up your bike and you can walk up to some stunning waterfalls at the top of Riopar. Some of the views from the top up there are absolutely stunning, and it takes about an hour 20 to walk up to the top of the waterfalls, maybe half an hour to walk back around. So if you're doing that in conjunction with a circuit or a ride on one of the Rideout days, it will make a full day up or a full weekend up to ride out that way. So guys, I'll leave it at this point and let you enjoy some of the scenery. This section is a bit straight, as you can see. We're not sweeping around bends, but again, the landscape either side, although in this wide angle lens it looks fairly flat, is very mountainous and very eye-catching. There's no fences, no walls, no stone walls dividing the land in this part of Spain. So you often find, if you're riding a tech trail, not on this particular bike but on certainly my Voge 300 Rally, you can go on tech trails, trans-European trails that circumnavigate all over Spain and Portugal, which will allow you to do hundreds and hundreds of kilometres without even touching tarmac, via different GPX mapping routes. And yeah, stunning spring day today, guys. Like I said, 24 at home, 18 to 20 up in the mountains where we are at the moment, and really enjoyable with good friends, good food, good eating out, and good motorcycling. So I'll leave it for a couple of minutes and I'll get back to you later in the video. So guys, as you can see, the roads are super smooth, the scenery is super amazing. We've had a lot of rain over the last month, which has dramatically changed the landscape in this part of southern Spain. Previously it was very dry and arid, so the greenery that you can see, although not comparable obviously to Northern Europe, it's very green for what we normally have here, and it's stunning to ride these roads and see the spring transformation of the landscape occurring. Where we live in the Ricotti Valley, normally, or over the last 2 or 3 years, we've had a very severe drought, and it's been very arid, very dry, just basically desert-like landscape everywhere around, so no real greenery. But now as you're riding through the local countryside, you can see an array of wildflowers, pinks, purples, whites, lots of poppies popping up everywhere, and the landscape has really changed in a dramatic way that really sort of lifts your spirit and your soul a bit, really. When you move to a foreign country, when we first moved to Spain, when we toured around, Spain is a quite arid country, especially inland, and we looked for somewhere similar to the Snowdonia National Park where we lived in the UK. Obviously you have an idea of what you want for a landscape, and if you move to a different country, obviously it's going to be different. Where we picked in the Valle de Ricotti, or the Campo de Ricotti, where we actually live, is surprisingly green, in as much as we're surrounded by pine trees and pine forests, which give us that green aspect when there is no other greenery around. So it's a stunning place all around. I mean, our old farmhouse is a 5-bedroom, 2-bathroom farmhouse that is right in the middle of the mountains, and a stunning place to stay. It's nothing special, it's only basic, but it's a stunning, tranquil place to stay and to use as a base to go biking. So this video in all, I think I've recorded about 30-35 minutes or so. I wanted to give you as much information as I could during the video without over talking on the landscape and the surroundings that you can see. And what I may do, I may edit the video down a little bit to a lesser time scale, although a lot of you guys like to watch videos and just immerse yourself in the surroundings and the scenery that's coming as we're going along on our ride or rides. But I know for some of you it can be a bit boring. You'll get so far in a video and click off, and that'll be the end of you watching that video. So I hope you've enjoyed this video so far. I hope you give me a like and subscribe to the channel. I know my videos are quite diverse. Some are about the bikes I own, some are about the bikes I've had in the past, general life in Spain, etc. And I'm hoping to make more videos in future about the general lifestyle and landscape here in southern Spain, and what you can expect if you come over and do a tour in Spain. So you can see the sky generally now is totally cloud free, generally from April through to certainly October, early November. That is usually the norm year on year, so we have an awful lot of blue sky days here, and the nights are actually more stunning than the days in some respects, in as much as the Milky Way can be clearly seen, all the constellations can be seen. So stunning summer nights and stunning days riding. The only caveat to riding in Spain in the summer is that you need mesh gear, and you need an early start to avoid the heavy heat during the day, especially in Murcia and further up in Castilla la Mancha, where it can hit 42 during the day. It can be a bit excessive and a bit debilitating for your strength and your riding capability. So obviously spring and autumn are peak times to ride in Spain. You've got the best weather, the best overall conditions. Summer is doable, providing you combine it with the other activities, so early morning rides, afternoons chilling out, maybe swimming, getting into a local pool, going to a local spa, baths, etc. That's the way to do the summer itself. Winters, as I've said before, can be extremely cold. Sunny days about 13, 14, but really cold nights in the -2, -3 category. So all in all, a proper seasonal mixed bag, but very pleasant all year round with the sunshine. So we're in 20 minutes into this video, and I'll give you guys another break. This section of road now is really twisty. Again, if you look at the cap you ride in the middle of the screen, you can see the switchbacks coming up. I'm using that as an advisory idea to see what I'm coming up to. You see this bend now showing a severe switchback coming up. Going down the box, maybe down into second gear for this bend now. We know it's a long sweeping bend going around to the right. We come to the apex of the bend on a straight stretch. Another severe bend coming up to the right in a minute after this curve. Go to another severe bend, and these are the type of bends where we're getting the top stand down on the deck. I think I'm maybe a bit one there on the bend. You saw the bike dip a little bit, so it probably touched down again. We're coming up to a severe U-bend coming up, you can see on the mapping there. So heading into the bend, throttle on, nice control going into the bend, and continually turning. It doesn't look as severe on the video as it is in real life, but these are some severe curves and bends, but really beautiful tarmac. So enjoy the ride for a few minutes around these next few curves, and I'll catch up with you guys towards the end of the video, and I'll leave my final thoughts with you guys. So enjoy for the next. Well guys, what an amazing stretch of road that was that we've just ridden. The last 6 minutes or so where I wasn't speaking, you'll have experienced some of the most amazing routes and roads in Castilla la Mancha heading down towards Murcia, and the video doesn't do them justice. You can see the severity of the bends on the navigation in the centre of the screen as we're looking at it now, and these are some severe sweeping bends, guys, but the tarmac and the condition of the roads is so perfect, so dry, so dust and sand free that it's absolutely incredible to ride these roads. There's almost the thing that you want to push the bike a bit further than you should, and if we were younger we would do, but just to enjoy the landscape and enjoy these roads, I hope that sometime in the near future some of you guys can get out here and enjoy some of these rides and runouts with me if I lead a few tours with you. It's absolutely stunning. They're the sort of routes that you could find through magazines and rides, but you really need someone, unless you're using a full screen mapping like I am, to lead you on these tours up into these beautiful parts of Spain so that you can enjoy them and ride safely. So as we get older, we want to really connect with nature, we want to connect with our bikes, connect with two wheels, and really enjoy the old feeling of exploring and feeling at one with nature and being on our metal stallions, if you like. And you can see these bends now, even though we've come down a lot of the paths coming down, we're still getting amazing curves and amazing bends. You can see by the road markings in the middle of the road, we get occasional broken lines where you can pass, but most of the roads we've come down are solid white lines which denotes no overtaking because they're so severe on the bends. You can see again in the middle of the screen on the Carpio Ride just how amazing these switchbacks and these curves are and these bends are. And like I said earlier in the video, providing you're reading the road, you're watching each bend and how it tails away from you. And I mean, I'm not being condescending with you guys now with bends. A lot of newer riders have a bit of a problem with bends, roundabouts and curves, and it's all part of a learning process, and it's something you do need to learn. You can have an instinct to ride bends and ride curves, of course you can. Counter steering is a natural feeling that you have on a bike. You don't know you're counter steering, you're pushing on the right bar to go right and you're pushing on the left bar to go left, which is totally counterintuitive to what we think. You're literally pushing the bars away from you to drop the bike into a bend. But when you have a few years experience, you'll learn to read the bends much further ahead on the bends than you do when you first start to ride. If you turn your head and look way ahead in the bend where you want to go, that's where the bike will go. A lot of riders, especially young riders or early riders, get bend fixation where they tend to look how severe the bend is right in front of the bike, and they're not concentrating ahead of them, way ahead in the bend and looking where they need to go. And that fixation is a major problem, because if you're looking ahead of the bike in a bend and you get fixated on a car or something in your near vision, that takes your line of sight off where you're going to go, and your line runs off and you lose your line and accidents happen. So it comes to us all, we all have experience through years of riding, but any bend you want to look a long way through the bend. When you're going around a roundabout, you want to be looking way roundabout where you're going to go, and the bike will just follow you around. It sounds a bit crazy, but that's how it actually works. It's a strange phenomenon, but once you figure it out and you get used to looking way ahead on the bends, way ahead on the roundabout, you'll find that your turns and going around roundabouts and severe bends will be a lot smoother, a lot more progressive. You'll read the bends better, you'll know where you need to be. My suggestion on any bend is be in a gear lower than you need to be. The bike will go around a bend, say in fifth, but if that bend you can go around in fifth, make sure you're in fourth. Doesn't matter if your revs are higher in the rev range, you've got more control with higher revs, you've got more control to power in and out of a bend. So use the revs of the bike, keep it revving, don't poodle around and keep the bike chugging, because you'll lose momentum in a bend. And you can see this bend we're going around now, it's a curving long bend coming out. You can see on the map again in front of us, we can see a lot of these switchbacks coming over, and you may think my line is slightly skewed on the video that you're watching, but it's not. It's just the line of the camera on the helmet. I'm never ever crossing the white line in the centre of the road. I'm not scooting across and cutting corners on bends. My riding's pretty progressive and well balanced. But riding is a learning curve, so guys, when you go out on your bikes, ride safely, ride progressively, learn your bends, learn the curves, and learn how your bike feels. Always keeping a lower gear, one gear lower than you think you need to be when you're first learning to ride severe bends, and you'll have a great time. So we're heading back down. We're actually in towards Murcia at this moment. So we've come out of Castilla la Mancha, heading down to a place called Calispara. And just doubling back on what I've just said, guys, I'm not being condescending with anyone. I'm no better rider than any of you guys who are watching this video. I'm just talking through 47 years of riding experience and giving you my basic ideas, and some of these ideas you'll learn if you do an advanced riding course as well. So I'm not trying to teach how to suck eggs or anything like that. I wouldn't dream of doing that. You ride how you want to ride, but it's in all our best interests that we ride safely, especially like now. We're all riding pillion, we've all got our better halves on the back, and it's not just about looking after yourself on a bike, it's about looking after your partner and your wife on the back. If you're riding pillion, you're responsible for someone else who's on the back with you. So I hope you've enjoyed this video, guys, and I hope you've enjoyed coming along with us on this ride. Please subscribe, give me a thumbs up, like, and I'll get back to you in the very near future with another video. And thanks for watching. Stay safe and ride safe, guys, and peace out. Catch you next one.